Alrighty boys, welcome back to another video, and this video is going to be something totally different from what you've been seeing on the channel, which is podcasts and highlights and FIFA gameplay. This video is really going to be an explanation video, because if you're new to the channel, you might be seeing people refer to me as TMG. They also, in the comment section of some videos, ask if something called TDB is ever gonna come back, and for those of you guys that know me from my old YouTube channels, from my past YouTube channels, this is gonna be an explanation on what happened and why I didn't continue with those channels and where I went and why I left. So yeah, it's basically an explanation for everything, and it starts with a little history lesson. Who is TMG? So here it goes. Why people call me TMG, why they refer to me as TMG. Here it goes. So I started making videos a long time ago. It was around 2010, I believe. And that was in a totally separate, totally different channel. And it was mostly Call of Duty videos, because that was in 2010. That was freaking, what, eight years ago. So I was a lot younger than I am now. I'm 26 now, so I was around 18 years old. I was 18 or 19 years old around that time. And that's what I was into. I was into Call of Duty, so I heavily started watching, Call of Duty YouTube videos and decided to jump into the YouTube game myself. So I was posting Call of Duty videos. Then a few years later, I started this channel called The Mexican Gamers. The Mexican Gamers was a channel that I was going to collaborate and grow together with a friend of mine from real life, because we were both super into Call of Duty, super into Battlefield, mostly shooter games. So we're gonna start posting content on this channel. So that was the new channel. Eventually my friend just stopped making videos. It didn't take him long to realize that's not what he wanted to do. So the channel, I was left alone with that channel, and I later rebranded The Mexican Gamers into TMG. So it's just an abbreviation, TMG, short for The Mexican Gamers. So the channel just became TMG, and eventually the channel kind of migrated from Call of Duty content and Battlefield content to FIFA. I started posting FIFA, and I started seeing that it was what people wanted to see from me. That's when I really found my niche. And that's when I knew this is what I need to upload, because I enjoyed playing the game, but I just never thought of uploading content for it. So this was around the FIFA 13 days. So yeah, I started posting FIFA content. The channel started picking up subs. I started a series. It was a FIFA My Player / career mode series called The Dream Begins. And this series was inspired by my favorite movie, Goal, The Dream Begins. The movie that features Santiago Muñez. The actor's name is Kuno Becker, but the main character in that movie is Santiago Muñez. He's a football player, and basically we took that character and we put him in FIFA, and we made a series out of it. A series that had storylines integrated, which showed the life of Santi Muñez. His highs and his lows, both on and off the pitch. So I would use different games like GTA 5 and other games to create these storylines of Santiago Muñez's life off the pitch. And the series went on for several years, for 4 different FIFA titles. It started with FIFA 13, it went on to FIFA 14, it went on to FIFA 15, and then it concluded with FIFA 16. And it didn't conclude the way I would have wished for it to finish. It just stopped abruptly. And that's what I'm gonna talk about next, because in FIFA 16, that's when I left YouTube. That's when I stopped making videos and stopped producing content. So why did I leave? So there were several reasons. There was definitely several factors that played into me leaving YouTube and stopped producing content. And the first one, it's simple. I lost motivation. It's just like that. I lost motivation. I lost the drive to really produce content, because I wasn't in a great place in my life at that time. I wasn't depressed. Everything was good with my family, but me with myself, I wasn't very happy with myself. I had graduated from college with my bachelor's degree 4 months before I stopped uploading content, and I hadn't gotten a good job yet. I was still working part-time, and that had me not worried, but that just had me unhappy with myself. I wanted something bigger, something better for myself, and I was, still working part-time. I just wanted more for myself. So I was unhappy with myself. Everything else was good. Like I said, I don't want to make you believe that I was depressed or anything like that. Nothing like that. I was just unhappy. I was just not very happy, and that leads to, me having a hard time finding motivation for different things, for hobbies, stuff like that. But then, 4 months after my graduation, or 5 months after my graduation, I received a full-time job offer. And this job offer, it was for a very good job, a job that I was very interested in, but it required me to move to a different city. And that was just what I needed. I needed something to change in my life. But at the same time of me, losing motivation to upload content and receiving this full-time job offer, at the same time, I met a girl. Around that same time. And I started spending a lot of time hanging out with this girl and, thinking about the girl. And you know how it goes when you're starting to fall in love with someone. I don't know. I don't want to get cheesy or anything. But yeah, so I started hanging out a lot with this girl. And, this girl is now my girlfriend. She's now my current girlfriend of over 2 years. So basically, in a nutshell, my life changed. I lost motivation to produce content. To continue with YouTube. At the same time, I received a full-time job opportunity, which was very, very good, and which was what I was hoping for, but it required me to move. I moved to a different city, and then I met a girl. Now I'm in a serious relationship. My life completely changed, drastic changes, important changes in my life, but it's still like, why didn't I announce anything? And I feel like I should have made a video, because I just stopped. The content just stopped, and I regret that, and I apologize from the bottom of my heart for that. But I always felt I would come back. I felt like if I said I was leaving, I would be closing the door on coming back, and I was always afraid of that. I didn't want to close the door completely, because it was something I didn't. Like, I have such fond memories of YouTube and the series that I produced, that I didn't want to let it go. And now I realize that wasn't the proper way to handle it. I was wrong. Just flat out, I was wrong. And I regret not announcing anything. I should have just said, hey, I have to move. I'm moving to a different city. I got a job. I can't. I don't have the time to produce content anymore. I wish I should have just announced it, and I didn't, and I regret it. I heavily for sure regret it. So if you're from the old channel, from TMG, I offer you my apologies. It's up to you if you accept them or not. If you don't, completely understand. I get it, honestly. And now let's address a question that a lot of you guys have been asking me and are curious about, and that is, will the Dream Begins series come back to this new channel? Unfortunately, not right now. I'm sorry. I know, man, but I don't have the time that a series like that requires. I want, if I was to produce that series again, like I don't want to say I'm a perfectionist, because that just sounds cheesy, but I would want the storylines, because as you know, the series was about storylines and a lot about Santi's life off the pitch, and I would want the storylines to be much deeper than just using Grand Theft Auto 5, GTA 5 to show Santi driving his car down the street, or Santi riding a bike, or Santi standing outside his house. Like, I want the stories to be deeper than that. And that requires time, and that requires a ton of effort. And right now, I don't have the time. I have my full-time job. I have my girlfriend who I'm currently living with, and obviously relationships require time, and then full-time jobs are full-time jobs. You know, you're there all freaking day. So I don't have the time to plan. I don't have the time to record the scenes. I don't have the time to edit, which took hours and hours. It would take me days to edit one episode. But I don't want to completely close the door on it. Once again, I feel like I have issues with just letting go of things, I guess. But it's just not a possibility for me at the moment. I wish we could continue with the series, or I could help someone produce a series like that, because I feel like I have something to add, but I can't do it myself. Like, I can't record all the cutscenes. I can't record. I could record the gameplay. That's the easy part. But the editing and the recording of cutscenes and the planning, like that takes a lot of time, like I was saying, and I don't have that time. But if I feel like if someone else had a series going on with storylines and stuff like that, I could help them. Maybe I just want to get back into the storylines and stuff like that, but I don't know. I can't produce a series of that on my own at this time. So anyways, that's basically it. I hope this sheds some light on who is TMG, what that's about, what is TDB or The Dream Begins, what that's about, on why I left, on why I didn't announce anything. Again, I was wrong and I apologize for that. And then if TDB will come back, and you heard my answer. Unfortunately, right now I can't. The answer is no, but I don't close the door on it. I just can't do it at the moment. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for sitting through this. I hope the video wasn't too long, but if you're still here, thank you so much for your support over the years. If you're new to the channel or new to me, welcome. I appreciate you being here. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.